Hello guys, Beetlejuice here, and again we have a race from LowFuelMotorsports LFM Rookie Series to be exact, and this week we are racing at the Nurburgring, the GP track, using the GT3 cars. And yeah, we are again starting at the back because I'm not really trying to qualify. I'm not making qualifying runs, but even though we are at the back, the racing is still good. And lights out, and away we go. Green, green, green. Let's go racing. And so far I was tempted to go 3 wide here, and yes, we indeed go 3 wide. We overtook two cars on the straight, and now I'm trying to not kill myself while going 3 wide there. But since we went 3 wide, my exit got compromised because I have to be wary about the two cars from both sides. Now going into the Mercedes-Benz arena. Would we lose more positions? No, and we are tucked behind the BMW, and I think we took a lot to curb there. But anyways, good racing, no carnage so far. Good racing from all throughout the field, braking after the cones, making sure our lines are tight so we are not vulnerable to any dive bombs. And so far so good racing while we go to the large sweeping hairpin, and just brake for the black stuff on the left hand side. We almost got into the back of the BMW, and there's an accident in the middle of the large sweeping hairpin. I forgot the name of the hairpin. And now we are heading to I think this is a Schumacher, yes? Oh my god, I need to review the track, the corner names of this racetrack. But anyways, going into this next corner, we are going to brake late and contact from the BMW. I think we got a little optimistic there. I think I should have backed off, but the gap was there, so I had to take it. But fortunately, I was punted off the racetrack. But anyways, we are now being pressured by the Audi LMS GT3 Evo, if I am not mistaken. I know the Mercedes-Benz died before the chicane, and there you go, 1-3 position. So lap 1 was there was a bit of an argy-bargy in lap number 1, especially the BMW, but nothing serious. But for the meantime, we had a better launch against this Ferrari, and we are going to swoop into the right hand side, and we will overtake him with ease before the corner arrives. Going through this hairpin, and yeah, we got a bit skirmish on the exit there. There was a tank slapper. We lost the backside for a little bit there. Again, going into the Mercedes-Benz arena, the only section, the only name we know about the only corner name we know about this track. But anyways, again, we gained another position. So far so good. We are currently P17 here. 17 as another guy dies. Okay, another free position. So this is the beauty of the Nurburgring. If you're slow, like, just try to be consistent, and people can drop like flies, especially if you're in an amateur lobby. And once again, this is LowFuelMotorsports, the place wherein you can do daily races with able racers. And we lost it there. Oh my goodness, this was so bad coming from me, and that was a bad mistake because we were gaining so many positions and we lost it due to one mistake. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Just be consistent, don't screw things up, and the positions will follow. And that's what happened. The thing that happened last time was a perfect example of not screwing up, because every time you screw up, you lose several positions, just like that. I think I lost 5 or 6 positions there. But anyways, just head down, move on, and continue racing. As long as the car doesn't feel too damaged, just race. Just go and race. So during the race, I checked the damage, and the damage was 11 seconds, so that's a lot. So fortunately this is only a 20-minute race, so we can live with the damage on the car. But anyways, going through the Mercedes-Benz arena again. The AMG that crashed earlier is now ahead of us, so yeah, that's a pity. Such a shame that we lost several positions due to a stupid mistake. And another guy going off, I can't see him. I think he is it's another AMG. Oh, it's a BMW. We are now chasing the BMW. I think is the guy behind us on lap number 1. So yeah, after starting at the back, I think we started P21, now we are P19. We supposedly, I think we should be P16, but due to that error on the Schumacher S, we dropped down again to P19. And also, if I would rank this track, this might be one of the hardest tracks to master. I guess we see another Audi going off here. Yeah, going back to what I said, this is one of the hardest tracks to master, as we had another tank slapper there. The Audi cannot keep it within the black stuff, so we gained another position. Or maybe this is the Schumacher S. Oh my god, I'll just Google it later. But this is a famous racetrack and I don't know the corner names. Whew. But anyways, we have gained position of that lap due to another mistake. So going back to what I said, just keep racing. Just keep racing and the positions will follow. On the other hand, we are inching closer to the BMW. I think he has damage, that's why we are catching him at a very fast rate. Anyways, with regards to the trickiness, I think this is one of the trickiest sections on the track, the Mercedes-Benz Arena, and also the S's, the Schumacher S's, because those Schumacher S's can kill you if you don't go over there with the proper lines. Okay, we've been using the Aston Martin for so many times now, and I'm not getting tired of it, because it's just so easy to drive. Don't need to think about things like, oh, it might snap on you. So far, the Aston Martin has been very kind, and the only time I make mistakes is not because of the car, it's because of my own incompetency. Okay, so far, this middle part of the race has been so far uneventful, but in the latter rounds you will see that we will be able to catch some people. Anyways, I think we are under pressure from Kruger from behind. He's less than a second behind us. On the other hand, the guy we are chasing is around 2 seconds ahead of us, so we need to make a move on and try to make a move or just push harder. And it would be fun if ACC had the Nordschleifer, but I think that's too big of a task to incorporate in the game. But so far ACC has been really good this year. ACC has been really good game so far. Many players, the player base is not waning, or it's not small compared to other sim racing titles. So yeah, so far the ACC Kunos have really stepped up to make this game great for every sim racer out there. But anyways, this BMW just went off and we are now getting closer to him. Also, just to add, I screwed up the tire pressures, and again we are messing up big time on this part of the track. And now the McLaren is had the look for a moment there, but decided against it. As long as we keep the McLaren behind, we're good, but due to mistakes on that part of the track, it's costing us a lot of time every lap. So he's now half a second behind. And again, we went wide going into this last section of the track, going into now I remember this corner. This is the Coca-Cola curve. Going into the last turn, which is the Coca-Cola curve, into the pit straight we go. And we have a 1.1 second gap to get to if we want to get past this BMW. Again, going to the Mercedes-Benz arena. Again, one of the trickiest section, at least for me. And we went wide there. Typically, you want to touch the curb all throughout, because the curb will hook you up with the corner, and it will gain you a lot of time if you hook it up perfectly. Oh, and another moment there. So yeah, the curbs can be deadly sometimes, or it's just my driving, I don't know. Going into the hairpin, the braking point is after the black stuff on the left hand side. And again, this is the part where we struggle the most. Okay, I think this time we took it decently. As long as we don't touch the sand on the right hand side, we will be okay. And again, we went a little bit wide there going to this corner. I think we are slowly gaining. Against, or actually we're not gaining because we're 1.8 seconds behind. And still we are in P18, which is a very bad position, considering that this is a split 4 of the rookie series, meaning this is the bottom split. Meanwhile, there's a fight going on between the two BMWs, and the BMW has made a position against the other BMW. Making on the 100-meter board, we are now gaining so much ground against these guys here. It's amazing to see that I think I'm using medium to low settings, but still the game doesn't look like crap. It still looks good, at least for my eyes. And also the feel of the game, everything is just so perfect with this game. The feel, the level of detail when it comes to the handling and the physics. Just a great game. As we go through this hairpin, and we are now gaining on the BMWs. We have now caught up with the pack here. Again, going into the section that we struggle on. Again, we touched the sand, and it lost us a lot of time, and we are now under pressure against the McLaren, while there is a fight breaking out in front of us, and the other BMW goes wide, going back into the racetrack. And I think he made the move. He made the move stick outside of the track. Wow. And now, but then again, he had a poor exit, so the other BMW is now on his ass. Now, will he move? Will he not back down on the chicane? And yes, he is still pressuring the other BMW as the other Ferrari went off on the right hand side. We are now so close as another car goes off on the pit straight. I don't know how that happened. Maybe he got a little bit trigger happy with the throttle and he spun out. And now the BMW is trying to make a move on this hairpin, and he made a move as we went around the outside of the other BMW, and we are now ahead. We gained 1 position on turn number 1 around the outside. What an excellent move coming from us. That's, you know, only happens to me once every 10 races, but I'll take it. It's a little bit of a dive bomb, but if I didn't do that, I will hit him. So I went out around the outside just to avoid making contact. Unfortunately, we made the move stick, and we are now trying to chase this BMW, who is now trying to run away from us, trying to run into the sunset, whilst we are being chased by the other BMW whom we overtook outside, around the outside of turn number 1. I can't get over that move every time. Every time I see that move, I mean, I had to be honest, like, I'm a novice sim racer, so every time I do those kinds of things, it really, it really tickles my imagination of whether or not I could do that again in an online race. Because in AI, you could do whatever you want in an AI race, right? But if you're racing against other people, you have to be more cautious, because you don't want to ruin another person's race. Because, you know, like, for example, me, I practice for a week or sometimes a few days before a race, so I don't look like an idiot on the track. So if I put myself in the shoes of the other racer, I might feel bad if I kill him or ruin his race, because, you know, racing takes a lot of practice, and it would be so frustrating for the other people you race with if you kill them just because you want to get ahead of them, as another car went off the track and we gained another position. I think we're in P15 now. So going back to what I said, just keep racing, keep your head down, keep your nose down, and forget about what happened. If you make a mistake, just forget about it. So in racing, you need to have short-term memory, especially when you make mistakes, because if you keep thinking about your mistakes, that affects you psychologically. And also, one thing I've noticed is if that you take it slow, like for example, you want to just stay home. If you take it slow, you are more likely to crash by taking it slow. So yeah, I just shared some of my experiences that I experienced throughout 1 year of sim racing. I think I've started sim racing because I had a couple of friends. As another guy went off, another position gained, and also the BMW had a tank slapper, so we gained 2 positions in 1 corner. That's amazing. So going back to what I said, so I've been racing for just a year now, so I am having fun with it. Having fun with sim racing, and I'm really into the hobby. To say, if I could assume, I am really into the hobby of sim racing right now. Like, I play FPS, but 90% of the time I'm doing sim racing. Like, even though I'm slow, I'm really starting to get passionate about it. The same way that I was passionate about games like Dota 2 10 or 11 years ago. Also, the beauty about sim racing, the beauty about sim racing is there are less cheaters. Like in other games, there are a bunch of cheaters. While here, I think there are cheaters, but it would be very minimal, because this involves a lot of money. Like sim racing involves a lot of money. Still, you have to buy your own wheel. Although you can use controller, but still, it changes the experience if you use a racing wheel on the computer and on the game. Anyways, as we go back to the race, we are now getting pressured by the BMW that we just overtook. So apparently we're so slow. Again, going into this corner, I think he had the run on us. He has a good launch. We are going into the right hand side. I think we brake a little too late and we are drifting out the track, trying to get back on the track and hug the inside line because he is on our left hand side, and we managed to hold the position against the BMW. Some butt clenching defending for the moment there. I broke late, and that almost cost me the position. Fortunately, the outside limits of the track, on the outside of the track, there's no walls, because if there is a wall there, I would have been killed. But anyways, we managed to maintain the position. I think this is second to the last lap. We are now in P12. Remember, we started from P21, so we started actually in P22. Because there's one guy who quitted the game. So from P22 to P12, we gained 10 positions on this race. I don't care if we're not in the top 10. I mean, we managed to gain 10 positions. That's already an achievement for me. Already a win for me, to be exact. And also, the reason why I started the back is, I just wanted to try and improve my racecraft, because there are times wherein I punt people off the racetrack due to poor spatial awareness. So that's what I'm trying to improve, and that's the reason why I started the back. Not just for farming safety rating, but to, of course, improve our racecraft. And as you can see in the rear view mirror, I think the BMW crashed. It's not in the rears anymore. Actually, it's the McLaren who's in the on our rears. And oh, who's this? Okay, there's another guy that we could have chased, but the race is over. You can see the smoke screens on the grandstands being deployed, so that means the race is finished. We are now into the Coca-Cola curve one last time, and from P22 we managed to get P12. 10 positions gained, and yeah, that's about it. Good race from me. So far, I didn't kill anyone. There was a little bit an argy-bargy in the lap number 1, but that's racing. So alright, thank you for watching, guys. So see you on the next video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and yeah, see you on the next video, guys. Goodbye.